subscribe.
一体どんな手を使って。
どんな手も何も俺は元から
登録していた。
Car D Kaizoku.
If I was a baker, I'd have a pastry on. Here's another market review video with data as of October 31st, 2023. Happy Halloween. Spooky. Before we start, I want to announce that I do have a new Patreon tier called Marketeer that will grant you access to these market review dashboards for you to browse on your own. I'll put a link to it on screen and also include it in the description below. Do note that I have to manually add your email for access, but I'll be checking multiple times a day to grant it to you. Honestly, compared to some One Piece card game content creators, I've been pretty bad at monetizing my content, especially in proportion to the amount of content I put out. But I also don't want to start taking anything I already make away just to paywall it. So I thought it would be a good idea to do something no one else is providing and leverage my own personal strengths with my technical knowledge to do it. So I hope you guys will see how much effort I put into this and understand why I'm making it a Patreon reward. I will still do videos like this with a broad overview of the data though, so if you're here for that, let's get started. The last market review video was for the period of October 15th to October 24th, so let's see what has changed since the 24th. Again, I'd like to go over the definition of TCG Player's market price before we continue. So let's start by looking at the movers for this period. These are the individual card increases and decreases for this period. I've added the percent increase and decrease as well, as some of you guys have been asking for that. Let's see, what do we see here? Let's start off by looking at the OP sets only, which I already have it filtered here for the period of October 24th to October 31. Probably repeating a lot of stuff, so just skip past it or I'll cut it out. So we see that by price difference, Manga Sogeking actually went up $50. I did mention in my last video that I thought he was really undervalued for how widely used he is, and a lot of you brought up the fact that people who are collecting manga rares aren't collecting it to play it. So the fact that Manga Sogeking was so low is just most likely purely based off the fact that Usopp is less popular than Sabo and Shanks and Ace, which is, I feel, like an injustice. Usopp's pretty cool too, or Sogeking, sorry, spoilers. But it's good to see that he's getting his due respect with this increase since last week. Yeah, $50 increase and a 21% increase. We also see Red Green Luffy leader from OP01 continue to go up. This could be due to the fact that it's a Luffy card, and there's still that rumor that OP01 is not going to print any more copies. So I'm guessing the people who are buying this aren't buying it because he's competitive, but as a collector's item. I do have to note that it's still just a rumor that they're not printing OP01 anymore, and they could always just announce that they're going to print more in the future, so be wary of that if you're going to invest into OP01. I know some people say that in Digimon, the same thing pretty much happened. I don't follow Digimon at all, but I'll just have to take the word for it. But they announced like the very early sets were going to stop being printed, and then later on they did, in fact, print more of it, which really made the game a lot cheaper. So buy at your own risk for now. We do see, yeah, pretty much every manga rare went up. We see Sabo here went up $37. That's pretty significant, but it's only a 13% increase. But yeah, this is why I like the price increase more. Because if like a bulk card that was like 5 cents jumped to like 10 cents, that would be a 100% increase, right? But you don't really care about making an extra 5 cents on the card. But let's see, we see Red Green Law still continue to go up because he's both a popular character, a collector's item, and usable in the meta. Leader Zoro is still going up. We do still see Zoro in OP05, but he's definitely not as popular as he used to be. But he's definitely more popular than Whitebeard now. Well, in the future. Yeah, as we see, we still see Shanks here. Leader Doflamingo going up. OP01 leader makes sense. Odin going up. OP01 leader makes sense, even though not really used much. We see 4-cost Kuzan. I believe this is 4-cost Kuzan. Let me click this to make sure. Oh yeah, you guys can view the TCG player page from my dashboard conveniently too, by the way. Yeah, Altart 4-cost Kuzan went up, and I do believe that is due to Sakazuki gaining a lot of popularity this week. I believe there's a list in Asia that is very Navy heavy that runs slightly a different package from the past Sakazuki list that has been like dominating the meta. It even has favorable matchups into a lot of its weaker matchups from before. I've been playing Purple Luffy this week, and I have been facing a lot of these new variants of Sakazuki, and it is quite a lot harder to play against it. So that's why I believe the Kuzan's going up. Rush Zoro still go up. This is also a collector's card because it's Zoro and it's staple red card. Yeah, if we look by percent, Baroque Works went up. But yeah, you see here, it's a 7-cent card that jumped to 16%. 128% increase, but do you guys really care about this? That's why I like the price more, but hey, you guys decide on your own which is more important. 8 cost kid jumped 76%, nearly doubling. That's pretty crazy. Box topper Nekomamushi also went up quite a bit. Anything else notable here? 4 cost Drake, no, 5 cost Drake, who kills a 4 cost, went up. Momo went up quite a bit, but it's just 20 cents. Maybe this would make more sense if I excluded anything under $5, which I can do here with this filter. Yeah, this is a little better, right? So by percentage, 8 cost kid went up the most. Character Magellan, Kuzan, we saw the same with the price increases. Mihawk went up 31%. Regular ass Mihawk. Old Tart 8 cost kid also going up, but oddly enough, less so than the regular 8 cost kid. Now let's look at the biggest decreases for this period by price. Wow, it's OP04 Doflamingo Leader who went down $9. Yeah, the decreases seem to be a lot smaller than the increases, so that's good news if you're fully invested in One Piece card game. It seems like the value of the game is only going up for now, but we do see most of the biggest decreases are all OP04 cards for some reason. Actually, I know the reason. It's that gift collection that came out that flooded the market with a bunch more OP04 product. Leader Isho, Kairos, Sugar, Crocodile, all of these are from OP04. We do see Leader, Rob Lucci, Old Tart from OP03. Is he from 2? No, from 3. Go down? Yeah, 2 was Smoker. Another OP04 card. Another OP04 card. We see Ace go down $3. Probably just a correction from the last period where he shot up. But he's still a pretty staple card in Red Purple Law and Whitebeard. Let's look by percent real quick. Yeah, even by percent, it's OP04 cards, so nothing surprising here. Let's look at starter decks. If I exclude anything under $5, it might not show too much. Yeah, there's only 8 cards here. So let's make it anything over $1. Right, anything over $1, biggest increases, still Queen, Queen's still climbing. $4 since last week, and he was the highest increase last week as well. So this continues to increase. We see Hina go up $2.47, and actually that's like 633%. 6 times the value. She went from 39 cents to $2.86. And I do believe this is also because of Sakazuki, who runs Hina. They combo the Hina with Rebecca, who I'll put on screen. This Rebecca can cheat out this Hina from discard, or even from hand, and then she'll come out rested, acting like a Ice Age that comes with 2 bodies. That's pretty crazy. Great Eruption went up $1.45, almost doubling. Also because of Sakazuki. You can see just how much influence he has in OP05 now. 7 cost Linden going up as well a little bit, probably because of Enel running it. Because Enel can run 7 Mom but not 10 Mom. Relay 2 in anticipation for Enel, I believe. Rush Luffy went up a little bit, but he went down last week, so this just might be a correction. 9 cost Kaido continued to go up a little bit because he's using 05 Luffy. Purple Luffy. Anything else to note? The Leader Kid went up. I don't know what that means, but 13 cents more. Let's look at it by percent. We know Hina's going to be on top. Oh yeah, we see it on the side here, actually. The Hina, Great Eruption is the next biggest, and then yeah, pretty much follows in line with the price increase by percent as well. We look at the top 10 decreases. Shockwave went down $1. Garp went down $1. These cards went up last week, so this just could be a correction as well. Zoro went down slightly. I think the rest of these are pretty negligible, so probably nothing to glean out of that. By percentage, 2K Brook went down a quarter. Tesoro went down a quarter. Tashigi went down. That's kind of odd because I do believe Sakazuki does run Tashigi. So it's weird to see her go down. Everything else is nothing to note, I don't think. But if you guys can glean anything from this, just pause it and take a look. Alright, so you guys want to see the promo cards? Let's look at the promo cards really quickly. But I don't really care too much about the promo cards. The biggest increase this week is this Otama Online Regional Participant card that went up $25. $80 to $105. Don't know what that means. Otama is just a 2k counter to me. I don't really put too much value in any of these prize cards, but there is a market for it. Seeing to how she is $105. Let's look at the biggest decreases. Usopp 3-on-3. 3-on-3 Usopp Cup participant. Usopp went down $100. Over $100. Kind of curious to see why. Let me look at the art. Maybe the art sucks. Now he's pretty cool. Why do you guys hate the 3-on-3 cup version of him? Or maybe he's like overinflated? But yeah, Borsalino Championship also going down $50. I'm guessing these cards are just overinflated because they're like new. They're new promo prize cards. But oh, we also see like the Uta gift collection go down. I am working on a feature where I can start categorizing some of the prize cards by like the product they come in, but that's still a work in progress. So I'll have a way to filter like only the gift collections or the championship participants and stuff like that. But that is for another video, which I'll show off when I have it ready. For now, I don't really care too much about the promo, so let's move on. I have a new section here, the movers by set, if you want to see the increases and decreases on a set level. I had it set to leader for some reason, so let's get rid of that. Right, let's remove promos from this and starter decks. So we do see that OP01 continues to gain in value. Since last week, it's gone up nearly $240. 02 and 03 also still going up. 02 almost 100, 03 just over $50, and 04 is the only set that has lost value since last week. It's gone down 13%, $13. Percentage wise, it's 9.64%, and then OP04 went down 1%. So not too crazy. Yeah, if you're fully invested in this card game and you've bought products since the beginning, you're probably looking pretty happy right now, seeing as to how everything has gone up in value. Well, mostly everything. Sorry, if you started in OP04. Let's look at starter decks now. We see starter deck 4, the Kaido starter deck, go up about $4.58 in value. Starter deck 7, which is the yellow Big Mom one, went up $1.90. Starter deck 6 went down $1, which is 6 is Navy, right? I gotta start adding pictures for these two because I'm not gonna remember it by number. Yeah, and here's a percentage breakdown as well. Falls in line with what we see above. Now let's take a look at set value, see if anything changed since last week. So for set value, we can see that OP01 is the most valuable, followed by 02, 03, then 04, as we would expect. I actually should put this total value on top, so maybe that'll change by the time that you guys get access to this dashboard. Oddly enough, we do see that the manga Sabo in 04 is more expensive than manga Sogeking in 03. I believe that was the same from last week as well, but still something to note. And I'm surprised Sabo is more popular than Usopp, given that Usopp has been in the series since like near the beginning, and Sabo barely ever shows up. So what do you guys have against Usopp? Let me know in the comments below. And then we do see that the manga rares are still the most expensive, but right after the manga rares, it's pretty much 5 OP01 cards, 4 OP01 cards. No, it's 5, I counted right the first time. 4 leaders and a character, Nami. Then we see Katakuri right after, leader Katakuri. Nami is still quite high for a leader that doesn't see too much play, but it's Nami, so it makes sense. Whitebeard also pretty high, even though he's about to die soon. We see Blurple Kaido hanging on here as well. I would expect Blurple Kaido to be higher. Or maybe that's just because I like Kaido, so I did surprised to see him so low. Alright, let's look by starter deck real quick. So starter decks, anything over $5. Queen is still the most expensive starter deck card, followed by Uta. I think this pretty much follows what we saw last week. If we do anything over $1, I think we see some more cards now. Anything to note from here? Just Hina, really. Hina went up a lot in value because of Sakazuki. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can glean off of this. Actually, I added this rarity filter too, so let's look at only leaders. So in starter decks, Kid's the only leader that's over $1. Let me just show all the leaders. Yamato is the next most expensive at almost $1, then Black Luffy. The lowest cost leader is either Sakazuki or Linlin. That's cool to know. Alright, let's look at the OP sets. Most expensive leader, Red Green Law, and then Rush Zoro, or Red Zoro. Red Green Luffy, then Blue Doflamingo, Katakuri, Nami, Whitebeard, Blurple Kaido. This is what we saw when we looked at the cards, all cards earlier. But Blurple Kaido is the next 9th most, and then Rebecca, 10th most, followed by Ace. Yeah, alright, let's look at the set value trend. This is a new tab that I've added. So I'm looking at the entire range of data I have available, so from the 15th to today, or the 31st, but this will be uploaded on November 1st, so just so you know, I excluded promo cards because that's going to make the scale of these lines unreadable, because promo cards are a lot more expensive. But yeah, I included every card. We see the trend of each... Oh, let's move with starter decks actually. Just OP. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. Okay. So if we compare each OP set with each other and their total values by day, we do see OP01 has climbed significantly since the 15th. OP02 and O3 have gone up just a little bit, not as much. And we actually see OP04 as the only set that has gone down in value since the 15th. And I do believe that is because of the gift collection product that came out. So the market has recently been flooded with more OP04 cards. But as the sets pass and then they stop selling OP04 product, I can only predict that the prices will go up, but we're just in the now where there's an abundance of product, so that's why we see the market reflect as such. And we can even see, based on past sets, OP02 has gone up more than OP03, so it is just dependent on the recency of the set. If we look at the overall state of the game, or at least all OP cards, has shot up like $600 since the 15th in overall value. So I do believe that the game is quite healthy. It is increasing in price as time has gone on, but I do only have about 15 days of data here. But just based on the last 15 days, I can see the beating heart of this game, and it is beating quite strong. If we remove OP01, because maybe the OP01 rumors are just causing this anomaly. But yeah, even if we remove OP01, overall value is still increasing, about $200. So I wouldn't say that it's just due to OP01 rumors that the game is thriving. It's thriving irrespective of that. Now let's look at starter decks. So starter decks, total value of starter decks. Alright, so for starter decks, total value of all starter deck cards actually has gone down since the 15th. It was 156 when I started recording this data, and it has dropped with the lowest dip on the 27th. But it has recovered quite a bit since then. I wonder what happened on the 27th that caused this. But then again, it's only like a $6 difference from today and 15 days ago, so I don't think anything to cause any alarm over. I also have this tab of overall price change trends, which is the price for the day compared to the day prior, increase or decrease, and then I chart that out over this period of time here. This is looking at all of whatever I select, so in this case I selected all the OP sets, so from the 15th to the 16th it got up $9.76 compared to the previous day, and then from the 16th to the 17th it went up almost $6 and so on. Yeah, we do see the biggest increase was from the 21st to the 22nd, I believe. Oh no, actually it's the 30th to today. The set has gone up $60. I'm not really too sure if this trend is helpful for you, but I thought I'd add it anyway for the people who are more analytical than me. Alright, that concludes our market watch for this period. Hope you guys are entertained and could find any insights out of the data that I showed here. And then again, if you guys are interested in navigating through these dashboards yourself and slicing and dicing the data for whatever purposes you guys need it for, I do have a Patreon tier called Marketeer available that you can subscribe to and get access to these. And if you have any feedback on my dashboards, you can reach out to me on the Discord and I'll take any suggestions to mind. I'm not going to implement anything that's suggested, but if it's a good enough idea, I will add it. For now, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll keep making more if you guys will keep watching. So, bye.
Car D Kaizoku.